Hey everyone, it's been a little while since we've done a video. We've been working on a production run of a Saber, so we'll hopefully have some details about that coming soon. With that in mind, I wanted to do a very special introduction today. As you can see, there is no Saber in front of me, and that's because we're holding it for a surprise. We were contacted by a very prominent member of this community, the Saber community, Bryan Gomer. If you don't know who Bryan Gomer is, he is probably one of the best saber spinners out there. He is just fantastic with his movements, fluid. I've always been amazed by Bryan's work long before he contacted us. So when I got a chance to do an install for Bryan, oh, I wanted to jump on that immediately. So I wanted to do something special for him, and he had a couple of special requests in there. So we went ahead and met those special requests and whatnot. Now, one other thing about Bryan is he started a group called the Saber Force Conditioning Group. And if you don't know anything about this group, it is a very tight-knit, kind of family of a group. We do a lot of feeding off of each other as far as spinning and workout routines and so on and so forth. Just things to help people feel better in the Saber community. One of the best groups that I'm a part of, and so I can't thank Bryan enough for that one. But without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce you to Bryan's latest Saber, Trinity, the Blade of Heavenly Light. And here she is. So what Bryan requested us to do was to do some sandblasting work. And I don't know if you can quite see it, get a little more detail in, but down in these grooved edges here is some sandblasted work. And we'll of course have pictures up as well. It creates a very nice offset of kind of some light and dark shadows. The saber turns out gorgeous. We've done one other saber that was like this, and Bryan really liked it, and so we were very pleased that we could do one for him. This has equipped on board a NanoBiscuit V4 with 3 sound fonts. You've got Pitch Black by Lord Blacko, Spitfire by Mad Cow, and a third one that I'm going to introduce after I play it, because I did a couple special little things for Bryan in there, and I don't want to spoil it just yet. So, without further ado, of course, in the bottom here, there is a kill key. Pull the kill key, and there it is. This also has equipped one of Adrian Tan's bass speakers in it, so it is very loud, very powerful, and sounds absolutely fantastic. Spin it. Well, it doesn't want to do the hits because there's no blade in there. But as you can tell, the Blade of Heavenly Light is extremely bright. Bryan asked that we put a tricree in there of pure white, and that's what we did. So as I roll through the sound fonts here, we have Pitch Black, of course. Spitfire. Spitfire by Mad Cow. And last but not least, my favorite. I thought, what fits Bryan and what fits this saber specifically? And this is where I came up with.
My ally is the Force, and a powerful ally it is.
I love how that hum just comes in and out. So this is Corellian, also by Mad Cow. Mad Cow certainly does some of the most fantastic fonts out there, but of course, Shamim and Blacko and so many others just do so many amazing fonts. It was really hard to choose, but I definitely think that this font fit Bryan the best with that great little Yoda quote up front. So on the inside, this saber actually should never have to be opened, but of course it has the option if Bryan really wants to open it for whatever reason. I put a Nano Biscuit V4 on the inside here, and it has a protective cover over the front of it to make sure the electronics are covered. And other than that, the only thing that I can give for Bryan as far as instructions is just push this to the very edge, place your pommel cap on the top to just kind of get it started, and then just spin it down. It'll feel a little tight, it's supposed to, and that way everything is tightened down and doesn't rattle. We want to make sure that it doesn't rattle for Bryan. Beyond that, your recharge port is here. One other feature of the Nano Biscuit V4, if you don't know, for anyone watching this video,
My ally is the Force, and the powerful ally it is.
Once you get booted up, if you press and hold it for just a little bit, it'll do a non-sound font for you. That way, if you want to talk through or any number of other things, you can just have your saber lit up without having to have the sound font on. And then if you press and hold it again, of course it turns off like normal. If you want to change the sound fonts, you just press and hold for 2 beeps. 1, 2. And we're right back to pitch black. I hope that Bryan enjoys this saber. I certainly had a fantastic time building it. I am so glad that we could help him out, get him exactly what we wanted with it. And of course, if Bryan has any questions and whatnot, he knows where to find us. So we look forward to hearing the feedback, and this is certainly one of the best sabers that I've had the experience and pleasure of building. Thank you.